Hi, beautiful soul. Hi, gorgeous. I feel so good today. And it feels so good to have you here with me. Let's have an open heart talk. Don't stay in your own way. What do I mean by that? Well, when you have a big project, a big dream, sometimes you can be the one stopping yourself, right? Do you like speed? Do you like to accelerate? Like I said in my video, how to manifest faster, it is okay if you want to quantum jump, if you want to have your desires and you want them right now. And sometimes you will be the one standing in your way. It can be internal barriers that you put around that you are unconscious about, or it can be actually barriers that you are conscious about. Or it can also be external barrier, things that you have in your environment or in your life, and that make you feel like, oh, I cannot have this. So we are going to help you not stand in your own way anymore. I just have a call with my coach because I wanted some guidance on how I can make my upcoming course on feminine energy really the best that it can be. If you get drawn to feminine energy, it's because you are not expressing it, you are not living it, you are not exuding it to its fullest. For some reason or another, you feel like you have to defend yourself, you have to be in your masculine energy, you have to show that you are stronger, you don't feel comfortable to trust other people, right? And from my experience, the people who get drawn to feminine energy already have that feminine energy within in some way, but they don't feel safe to express that feminine energy. For example, the sensual part of ourselves, that part that is okay with embracing their sensuality and their sexuality, can be seen by society like you are put in a box, like you are a slut, right? And that's why we don't feel so comfortable to go there. But to have that inner power that allows you to accept who you are, those different facets of who you are, the nurturing mom, the sensual, magnetic woman, the seductress, even, in order to accept all of that, even the angel and the divine part of you, you need to really activate your shadow side, your power, your dark feminine, right? And it can be so intimidating when you see someone embodying their whole power. But it doesn't mean that you become some kind of person that is cold hearted, that is egotistical. You can as well know when to tap into one aspect and when to tap into the other aspect. But that power of your dark feminine energy really gives you permission to do what you want to do, to get what you want to have, to attract to yourself your deepest desires. So this is why it's important to get there. But before we go there, it's like it's an advanced level. Before we go there, it's important to start at the base where we learn to trust ourselves, to trust our masculine energy within us and our feminine energy within us. We trust our masculine energy to be able to nurture us, to be able to create that discipline around us, to be able to create those structures. I said nurture, to protect us, I wanted to say, right? But the masculine can also be nurturing in its own way. Think about when a mom has her baby in the belly and she's waiting to give birth. That masculine can nurture in the sense that he goes out to get the mom all the cravings that she has, right? And he brings that to her so that she can eat that and nurture the baby within. So the masculine does the things outside and the mom does the nurturing within, right? As well as outside as well, because she will cook that food, for example. Not to say that the man cannot cook, right? I love when men can be great cooks as well. And that's why my husband also does. So back to our topic, not standing in your way. So if you want to accelerate the way you move, it's not necessarily about the metrics that people will be seeing, right? But it's about your own feeling of going toward you faster. It means not having those things that hold you back. Or in other words, even when you have those things that hold you back, you don't let them stop you. You just let them coexist and you dance with them. You go forward anyway. So if it's the fear of being seen, the fear of failing, the fear of failing while being seen, right? This is a huge fear that can hold us back. And people will come and take your advice and run away with it and maybe want to come back to say, okay, now the student has surpassed the master. It is okay, let them do their thing, right? You have your own mission, you have your own things, your own shadow that you need to face. Focus on facing those shadows, focus on going confidently and say, okay, I think unconsciously I don't want this or that, or I can't do this or that. Okay, my challenge then is to take those things and to say, why not? Why not me, right? And to start doing those things. What it does is that it takes away those limiting beliefs one after another away from your life so that you can really show up the way you are and so that you can really push the boundaries of your comfort zone. It's about letting those apparent opposite energy coexist within you while you go forward. And when those energies coexist within you, there are two scenarios. In one scenario, they can make you feel the chaos, right? Like the internal chaos. And this is when your skin can break up or you can attract all kind of crazy circumstances around you. Like somebody gets sick and you get sick, those kind of things. To say, okay, we are afraid to go onto that next level, so let's stop. Let's reevaluate if that is really something that we want to do. Because your body wants to keep you safe. It doesn't want to send you into anything that will threaten your survival. So if a situation seems too big for you or too fast for you, it is probable that you or your environment will create something to stop you. And those things are feedback mechanisms. So be aware and ask yourself, what is my lesson to learn here? Why am I stopping myself here, right? Take those things and look at them, learn your lessons, and then you can move even faster. Therefore, we need to go within. In order to balance that chaos, we need to recognize that everything in life has its benefits and drawbacks. Wanting success without accepting failure, that is an illusion, right? Success will come with failures. If someone is telling you about how they succeeded without telling you about the failures, it's just because they choose not to talk about those failures, right? But the reality is that any success has its failure as well. So you might embrace all at the same time and go forward, right? I love the definition from Earl Nightingale, who said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So anything that you do in the direction to create what you want is a success, not the end result, not the outcome, right? You know this quote like, life is not about the destination, it's about the journey, or happiness is about the journey, right? And it's so true, because if you only focus on the outcome, you will miss out on everything that is on your journey. I have this beautiful story, a young, let's say woman, because in the story it's a young man, but let's say a young woman goes to a queen or an empress, because in the story it's also a king or an emperor, because she wants more wisdom. And the empress says, okay, take this spoon with an egg on it and go through this palace, this beautiful palace, and then come back to me and then I will tell you the wisdom. So she takes the eggs in the spoon and she go around. She's so focused on the egg because the empress says the aim is also not to let the egg fall. So if you let the egg fall, you will not get my wisdom. She go around and she's walking through the palace, through the garden of the palace, to the most wealthy places in the palace, with so much diamonds and so much gold and so much jewelry, the most precious things on this earth, the paintings, everything, the most rare flowers in the garden. She goes through all of that, and then she comes back to the starting point, and the Empress asked her, "So, what did you see from the palace?" And she was like, the palace? I was just focused on my egg, right? She was just looking at the egg in the spoon like, it doesn't need to, it shouldn't fall down, it shouldn't fall down, right? So she didn't take the time to see, to look around, what is around me, what beauty, wow, look at this, wow, look at that. She didn't do that because she was so focused on one single objective, not to let the egg fall from the spoon. But what if she could walk around, and while taking care of that egg, she could look also and see what a beautiful place that palace is. So the Empress say to her, "The wisdom that I can give you is that while you are on the journey, while you are protecting your egg, take the time to also look around, because there are so many blessings and so much beauty around you that is worth taking in on this journey. So now you can leave the palace, but you haven't seen all the beauty in the palace." I don't know if this is how the story ends, but that's how I want to end that story, right? So maybe she will get a second chance. Maybe she's saying, "Please, please give me a second chance." And then when she goes around this time, she can have an egg in the hand, but also look around and see all the beauties and the magnificent things that that palace has to offer. Let me share to you the analogy in your own life, right? In our own life. So in your life, you have an objective, right? Your purpose, your main mission on this earth, right? And because of that, you want to prioritize that thing, because this is how you feel like you have the time, you have the resources to do what you are meant to do, or to do what you will love to do, because you prioritize. So far, so good. It's like the egg in the spoon. Prioritize the egg in the spoon. It's not allowed to let it fall, right? It's your mission, it's your purpose. It's your way of sharing your love in this world. And the second thing is, while you are on this journey, it's not about only focusing on that egg in the spoon, right? It's not about only focusing on that mission so that you don't see, you don't look around. Let's say your mission is that you want to create wealth while helping other people, and you are choosing YouTube to create that community, right? But you have a family, or maybe you don't have a family yet, but you are afraid that if you create a family, it will take you away from your mission, right? And a beautiful thing to understand, or if you take care of yourself, of your beauty, it will take you away from your mission, right? A beautiful to understand is that just like that young lady going through the palace was advised to look around to the beauties, to the magnificent things that are available in that palace, only one chance to see those things, right? Like the only one life that we have to experience those things, like we will experience in this life. It is very unique. So even if you decide to take care of yourself, of your beauty inside and outside, to take care of your family, of the people you love, no matter how that love comes to you, right? Like I always want to say, because love is the ultimate thing in this life. So I will define love like the synthesis and the synchronicity of all complementary opposites. Like this is the definition of one of my mentors, Dr. John Demartini. And it means that you embrace everything, the plus and the minus, the support and the challenge, the benefits and the drawbacks, the positive traits of someone and the negative traits. You really embrace everything, right? The light aspect and the shadow aspect, because this is the real definition of love. This is where those complementary opposites meet at the center. That is love. So back to that analogy, while you are going on that mission, it's so beautiful when you can admire what life has to offer you. It can come in the form of challenge, right? Because When you have that beautiful family, yes, there's so much love available from your partner, from your children, and what you can give, so much love to give and to receive, right? But there are also challenges. But those challenges doesn't mean that you will never grow, right? They are here to help us grow. And not that you have that illusion that living a beautiful life just means that you will be always zen, always in the center, and never go aside, right? Never be challenged. No, it's not about that. It's about when you are challenged, understand that it is an opportunity to grow. Like when you are playing a video game, you go one level, and then when you are successful there, you go to the next level. So it's like an infinite game. There will always be some levels. And sometimes when you are sharing your mission, you can be afraid like, oh, if I share this, maybe people will use this, and then they will come and say, okay, now the student is getting stronger than the master, right? Like we see in some movies. That is okay. Let that student be their brightest self, and if that means they outshine you, that is okay, right? It's not of your business to be the one judging, oh, have they outshined me yet or not? Because if we want to do that judgment, what are you taking as a baseline for comparison, right? We don't have the same background, we don't have the same life experiences, and so there cannot be a great reason to compare. Unless you take, okay, in this area of life, it seems like they have more than I do. But where is your own treasure? Where are your own blessings? They are in another area of life, right? And the faster you can see your own blessing in their own flavor, the better it is for you, because then you don't feel the need to compare yourself to other. And even if you find yourself comparing yourself to other, because this is one of the way how you will stand in your own way, right? Start comparing yourself to others, start looking around and saying, oh, they are progressing so fast and I'm still here. But it's not the case, right? You are growing at other levels that cannot be seen by the eyes, like your inner growth, your healing, your light shining brighter, right? Like you can enter a room and people can sense your light immediately, even if they are not highly trained spiritual people who can be attuned to energy. Because your light is so bright, so strong, they can directly look at you because you have that strong aura. So the challenges that you face in life and that you successfully tackle, even if they are not translating in that example that we talk about, creating your wealth, even if they don't translate in the money wealth, in the physical wealth that you can see, they are your spiritual wealth, right? They are a treasure that you have within. They are strengthening your aura. They are strengthening who you are. They are increasing your light for everybody else to see you shine brightly. This is so beautiful. If you love to accelerate, don't stand in your own way. Instead, go within and regulate yourself within by embracing the support and the challenges, by understanding that every challenge is there to help you get stronger, to help you to heal, to grow, to expand, right? And you having the ability to let those apparently opposite energy coexist in you is helping you to be more loving, because of that definition of love being the synthesis, the synchronicity of all complementary opposites. So this is why it's also important for you, as well as you are honoring your feminine energy, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself and the people around you, connecting with that intuition, that inner guidance that is always there for you, beautifying the superficial, learning to flow with life, also learning to admire that beauty, that awe that you have all around you, learning to see and embrace and accept your blessings. As well as you are doing that, create that masculine structure around you. Embrace your masculine energy that is able to move fast in the doing, like implementing what your intuition has been giving you, right? Embrace that masculine energy that is creating the discipline around you, that you can say, I will do this thing, and you show up for that thing. By the way, I announced that I was going to create a course about feminine energy. And if you want to join me for the creation of that course, you are very welcome to check the description below. I will do another video talking about that course specifically. Until next time, stay very inspired. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I send you many, many blessings. Continue to shine brightly and don't stand in your own way. You can absolutely have it all. Go for it. Attract it to you. All right. Until next time, bye. Stay inspired. Love you.